Hi everyone, it's Donna from Little Spaceman Paper Crafts, and we are back with part 5 of our Alice in Wonderland mini album, and this is going to be page number 3. So if we just look at the pages we've done already, let me just grab them. So this was the first page that we did with our little flip down. I put these little things in. I used that clip that I'm going to be giving away. Let me just, this one. This is great for clipping things together. So that was that, and then we had a top pocket page on the back, and then the one that we did last time, I added a few more bits. I added this ephemera piece that I tore the edges of and distressed. And then we've obviously got a little accordion booklet, and then on this side I've just put in a couple more little tags and ephemera pieces there. I've stamped the back of that one there, so that goes in our triangular pocket page. So page 3, I'm hoping to actually get page 3 and 4 done in this video, because the series is getting quite long now, and we have got a fair bit to do yet. We've still got to finish all the pages, because remember there are 6 pages, and we need to put them, we need to decorate them, we need to do the inserts, and we need to pop them in the album. Then we need to do the outer decoration for the album. So I'm not sure if I'm going to do that on camera with you, or if I'm just going to do it and then show you the whole album when it's finished. Now that's just decorating the covers. Everything up till then there'll be a tutorial for. Okay, so page number 3 then. So I want to do it's going to be a page of doubles. So I want to do a double flip page that opens out. One lifts up, one lifts down, and then there's an envelope in the middle. And then on this page I want to do a double pocket page. Okay, so the first thing I think we'll do is go for the double flip page. I've got all my bits and pieces here ready. Okay, so what I did was, this is just the normal size mat that we have, which is 5 3/4 by 5 3/4. Okay, so that's going to be our mat for that page. Again, these are papers from my stash. These that I'm going to be matting with are digital papers, and I'll leave the link to Vectoria Designs again in my description, and yeah, we'll go through that. So all I did was I made an envelope using my envelope punch board, and I made it for a 4x4 card. And then what I'm planning to do is have it stick down. You're going to have the flaps, and then I'm going to have it tie with a ribbon, because I'll just put a little eyelet in the top, and I think I might add a little charm, I don't know yet. So that's the plan anyway. So first thing we'll do then is we'll get the paper mat on. So I'm just going to stick that on. Listen guys, I'm just going to put the fan on because it's another warm one here, and it's actually, what time is it? Look at that. It is, oh my little boy, look, it is 4:56 AM. So there you go. What else is there to do when you can't sleep but craft? Okay, so sorry if you can hear the fan, but it is quite warm. Okay, so I'm just going to glue this piece down. I just want to thank everyone, guys. All your comments have been fab through this series so far. I'm so glad that you're enjoying it. I really am, and it just makes me want to sort of carry on, and it, you know, it just feels really good when I know that you're getting something out of it. So okay, so that's that bit stuck down. Now I want to do the, what do I want to do? I want to do the flaps, and I've just realised I haven't cut enough paper. So okay, so I'll give you the measurements for the pockets. No, these are the flips even. And you need, for the flips, you need 2 pieces that are 6x4. Let's get this ribbon off and the paper clip so we can. So you need 2 pieces that are 6x4, and you need to score it at 1/2 inch on the short side, okay, which would be sort of this way. And then you need to put your tape on, and as you can see again, I've just notched out the corners, and I've done it again. I've done okay, so what I'm going to do, I was going to do that, but what I meant to do was, and I left myself a note as well, I was going to put the flaps on before I put the paper on. So we're going to have a slight change in plan, and we're going to do the double pocket page first, because I don't need to have any flaps tucked in on that. So, oh dear me. Okay, so on for this pocket page, again the same thing would be, this was the paper that I picked out for the other side anyway, so there isn't too much of a difference. So what you're going to need for your large pocket, you're going to need a piece of cardstock that is 7 by 4 3/4, and then you're going to score that at 1/2 inch on 3 sides, okay, and then the mat for that is 5 3/4 by 4, and this is the digital paper I used from I bought from Vectoria Designs. So as I said, I'll leave that link in the description bar below. And the smaller pocket is 7 by 3.5, and you score that at 1/2 inch on 3 sides again. And this mat for this is 5 3/4 by 2 3/4. Okay, so what I'm going to do is attach the paper down to the pockets. So we'll just put these mats on, and I have inked round everything using my Ranger archival ink in coffee. Okay, so that's that one, and then again this one. So this is quite a simple page, no magnets, no flips, no flaps, just 2 pockets. Now the pockets will sit one on top of the other. Okay, so actually how they'll sit is like this, and then this one will sit on top like that, so you have a double pocket on the page. So you have this one and then the smaller one in front. Okay, so I think what I'm actually going to do is stick the smaller one to the larger one first. So I'm going to take my backing paper off. Okay, and then let's get rid of these. And then you just want to line this up on the insides of the score lines, because we want this to be able to fold as well, because we need that to stick down. Okay, and then we just need to do the same thing and stick this down to our page. Okay, so make sure we've got it the right way up. So you need the 2 open bits on either side. So this is going to be the spine, and this is where the inserts will go. So let's just line this up. And then I'm just going to slide my bone folder in, just to make sure that all those bits are stuck down really well. And there you have a double pocket page. Okay, so now we're going to do the back side, and I'm going to remember this time, I hope, she says. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is stick our flaps down. Now, as I say, I misjudged the paper. There, you need 4 pieces of the mats, but I'll give you these measurements. So you're going to need 2 pieces that are 6 by 4, like I say, and you're going to score at 1/2 inch on the 4-inch side. Okay, and you're going to do that to both pieces. The mats for this, you're going to need 4 mats. I've only cut 2, so I need to go off camera and cut another 2, but I'll do that in a minute. And that they need to be 5 3/4 by 3 3/4, so you need 4 of those. Okay, then, like I said, I made this envelope on my envelope punch board. It's for a 4 by 4 card, so that should hopefully fit nicely in the middle of the page. So, and also I need to attach magnets before I put the paper on. So let's see if we can get all this done without making any mistakes. And the thing is though, guys, I mean, you just saw how easy that was. Instead of, you know, changing the whole design of that page just because I put the paper down first, we just flip it over and, you know, we'll work on the other page. Okay, so so the first thing I want to do is stick these down, these flaps. So I just need to make sure that we're the right way up. Yes, we are. Okay. I know. I'm sorry if I keep turning this around, guys, and I'm going all over the place. It's just that I'm trying to get a good angle so I can see what I'm doing. Okay, so that's the top flap done, and then I'm just going to stick the bottom one down there. So again, I'm just going to line that up. Right, so that one looks a little bit off. It should be okay. So what I want to do as well is I also want to put a pull tab. So I might do a pull tab on the lift up one, and then I can put the magnets there as well. Okay, so I've got a little bit of ribbon that I want to make my pull tab from. I'm going to make a top one. So again, it's just going to be the same as we did on the first page where we did our pull. And then I'm actually just going to get some clear tape instead of using score tape. This is just like a Scotch tape. Just tape that down that side, and then tape it down on this side. Okay, so that's going to be our little pull. Okay, and then I need to pop some magnets on, so I need 2 magnets there. So let me see what magnets I've got in my stash. Okay, I think I might actually use 3 magnets. 1, 2, 3, and then do 1, 2. Oops. Oh, they're all sticking back together. 1, Okay, so let's get the magnets out of the way. So I just want to put them on the top. So I need to get some score tape, and I'm just going to cut some little pieces off. I'm kind of just guessing at where I want these to go. Because I want them to make sure they're covered by the paper. So I'm just going to peel this backer off, the score tape. There we go, let's get rid of that. And then stick our little magnets on. Okay, so then we're going to put the other side to the magnet. 1, 2 and 3, and do the same thing again. Get some little pieces of score tape, so we can stick these down. Okay. Oh, sorry guys, gosh, not doing a very good job today, am I? Let's make sure that's... There we go. So let's peel these backers off. Okay, so then we'll bring the bottom flap up and then the top one down, and then stick our magnets in place. And there we go. So now we just need to start putting everything together. So I'm just going to actually mat the inside, and this is why I do like to do it, put the flaps on first, because it covers, you know, most of the workings of your flaps, so it doesn't make it look, you know, untidy. So let's get this one on. I don't actually know where this paper came from. It's loose paper that I've had in my stash for a while. Okay, so then I want to do the flap. So this paper is the digital paper that I purchased from Vectoria Designs. So I'm just going to, whoops, I'm just going to stick that on there, making sure those magnets are nicely covered. And then I'll stick this one to the outside, and then I'll go off camera and cut another couple of pieces to mat the inside. Okay guys, so I'm just going to go and cut those 2 extra pieces, and I'll be right back. Okay guys, so I am back and I've stuck my extra pieces on the inside, so those magnets work really well, and you've got your flip up bit. So now I want to attach this envelope in the middle here, but what I want is for the ribbon to come round sort of the back of the envelope. So I'm going to put a few pieces of score tape along the back of the envelope. Try and get it as centered as I can. And then I'm just going to take the backing off. And then just attach the ribbon. I've probably got too much, but I'd rather have too much than not enough. Okay, so now I need to stick this envelope down. I think I might just use art glitter glue to do that. So I'm not going to be too shy with the glue. You don't actually need a lot of this anyway, but it's just better to be safe than sorry. I'm just pushing it into the corners just to make sure right into the corners we have some glue. Okay, so let's stick this down. Gives us a little bit of wiggle room, which is always good. Okay, so that's our envelope stuck down. And then to close it, I'm just going to feed some of this through my little eyelet. Feed this end of the ribbon through. Try and get it to not twist too much. And then we're just going to tie it into a nice bow. Oh, she says bows are notoriously difficult to tie, especially on camera for me, and especially when you've got this ribbon. It's like an organza ribbon. So I'm just going to trim some of the tail off because it's a little bit too long. And obviously the tighter you do it, the more, you know, your envelope will not flap. See, that's a bit better, so let's just trim that on a diagonal a bit. Oh, that's not a very good diagonal. There we go. So let's just hope everything closes now. Yes, it does. Okay, so we've got our double pocket page, and then we've got our double flip and our little envelope in there. I am going to put a little charm on. See, what I've been doing is I've got these ball pins and I've got lots of different charms on them. So I'm thinking maybe something, maybe like a little, I need something a little bit bigger. I don't like that tassel. So I've just been putting these little ball pins on little Alice theme charms that I've got. That's quite cute, but I still want it to close properly. Now that's nice. So I'm going to just see if I can get this into, let me just take that off and do it that way. Let's see if I can get that into the eyelet as well. There we go. And just pin that on, and then we have a nice little charm as well on our little envelope. So obviously I'll be doing more decorating and things and adding bits and pieces. So these are a really good way to add charms, these little bulb pins. I've got some keys and a little teapot. Oh, and I've got some clock hands and a little rabbit. Teacup and saucer is another one. Some crowns, some of these little flowers which are really cute as well. So yeah, so this is then the third page. So I'm going to get all the bits together and get ready for page 4, and I'm hoping that this video isn't going to be too long, but I'm going to get all the bits together and I'll be right back with you. Okay guys, I am back with all the stuff for page 4, both sides. This page we're actually going to build before we put it on the base, because it's going to be a waterfall page. Okay, so I've got all the pieces here. So you're going to need your normal 5 3/4 by 5 3/4 base. Okay, then you're going to need, for your waterfall, you're going to need 4 pieces that are 3 by 3. Okay, now please bear with me with this because I haven't done this without testing it out first before on a video. So we're just going to go with it and see if it works. If it works, you will see this video. If it doesn't, then don't worry, because you won't have needed to see it. It'll be gone. Okay, so you need 4 pieces. Oh dear, 4 pieces that are 3 by 3, and if you want to use mats, you'll need 4 pieces that are 2 3/4 by 2 3/4. These are just slightly off, but you can just see that they are going to fit nicely. I've trimmed them down, and these were actually printables from, I think they were Vectoria Designs again. I think these are little tea pockets, and I just I did have them made up as tea pockets, but I cut them down because I thought they'd fit really nicely on that waterfall. So that's that and the mat. Then you're going to need a piece for the base to hold it on, and this measures 5 by 2, and that's just going to sit sort of like that. And then this piece, I've done this piece with a 1/8 of an inch border, and the reason I've done that is because I'm using brads as well to attach here. So I just wanted to make sure there was enough coverage, and I didn't want the brads sort of, you know, being at the end of this piece. So I made this piece just a little bit bigger than the gaps we've left throughout the album. Then you're going to need another piece. Now this piece, I've measured the width because you need a 3-inch width. I'm probably going to end up cutting this down anyway, it's going to be too big, but this piece is actually 3 by almost 7, and this is the piece that's going to make our waterfall. So what I'll do is I'll take these bits out of the way for a minute, and then we'll bring in our little scoreboard, and at the top we're going to score at 1/2 inch, then we're going to score at 1, 1.5 and 2, and you're going to do this for every panel that you want to stick onto your waterfall. I've got 4, so I've got 4 score lines. Okay, so then let's pop that out of the way. So then I'm just going to fold and burnish these score lines. This is the same principle if you're making a waterfall for a card. This is like a pull tab waterfall, not a lift up one. So then what we're going to do is we're going to get some score tape and put score tape on each of those pieces. So that's those. Then we're going to start sticking. Now I haven't stuck these on yet because I just want to make sure it works before I do it, because I don't want to have wasted those. So I'm just going to start at the top, make sure it's lined up, because you want it nice and straight. Okay, and then the next one, you probably should have started at the bottom really, it might have been easier, but we're going to get this lined up again, nice and straight. I've actually put it on back to front, I think. Yeah, there. That's lucky. Normally once you stick down score tape it is stuck. Because the reason because the back of this craft cardstock is a lighter colour, so that's why I was just checking there. Okay, and then we'll go the next one, and again line it up. And press it down, and then the last one. I say it might have been easier just to do the just to go from the bottom up actually. Okay, so let's get rid of these bits. Right, so that's the waterfall piece. Okay, this may have actually just been cut about the right size really, because what's going to happen is we're going to get our piece, attach this to here, then this is going to get stuck down there, and then we've got a little pull tab, and I might put a little a ribbon in there and do a ribbon pull. I could have actually done with a bit of a longer piece really, but doesn't matter, so what I'm going to do now is get this piece stuck on here and get this secured down. Remember we said this one is an 1/8 of an inch smaller. Okay, so this is, yeah, this is 2 inches. So I want to find the middle and just make a little pencil mark at 1 inch. I don't know if you can see that. And then I want to make another pencil mark about 1 inch. So I've kind of come in about 1/4 of an inch on each side. Okay, so if you can see my little marks there, there's one there and one there, so I'm 1/4 of an inch in and halfway up. So I'm going to just get my crocodile. What size the brads I've got to see what size hole. Yeah, the smallest hole will be fine. So I'm just going to get my crocodile, and then I'm just going to punch out my holes. Like so. Okay, and then I'm going to stick it down to the paper. Now actually I probably should have stuck it down to the paper first really, but I need to line up and see where I want this to go, because we need it about halfway, like we need it about central. That looks pretty good. So I'm just going to make a little mark there so I know that that's where it's got to go. And then I'm going to get some score tape, because we don't want to tape the whole lot down, we just want to tape the edge. So I will have to repunch this anyway because I'm sticking it to the paper, so I'm probably not even going to see it, am I? No, it'll be fine. It'll be fine because I can, yeah. So I talk to myself quite a lot in the craft room. It's the only time I win an argument is in here. Okay, so peel my backers off. and then I want to just pop my ruler so it's straight. Find that little mark that I made. And make sure everything is straight. I'm going to go up a little bit more, I think. Make sure we're about even on both sides. And press that down. Okay, and now we're going to punch our holes again because we're going to attach our brads. I could have put it all together and then done it, but oh no, that's the large side. We don't want the large side. I'm going to have to take this off because it doesn't go all the way down for some reason. I don't know why. There we go. And then I'll be able to see from here now. Just to re-pierce those holes. Ready for our brads. I'm actually going to put this back together now because I'll end up losing it on my craft desk. No, mate. Okay, so I'm going to put the brads in. So I've got some nice kind of screw, vintage looking screw brads. I think I might use those actually. Or the glitter ones. Actually, I'm going to use the glitter ones because it almost looks like the Nouveau drops that I've used on the tags for inside pockets. I'll get one out and show you. Like that. So it's not too far off that, so I think I will use those sparkly ones actually. Okay, put the lid on those brads, get them out of the way. Okay, and then I want to push these through and open them out. And again, push that one through and open it out. And then I'm just going to put a little bit of tape, because obviously you're not going to see this, on the back there. Okay, so we can now stick this onto our page, I think. We'll go with it. And I think I might have made a bit of an error here because I think I'll probably put too much on and it might show through the paper. This paper is the digital paper from Vectoria Designs. No, that's not too bad actually, thank goodness. Okay, glue everywhere. Alright, so now we need, now this is only going to have a very small pull on it, which is okay because I'm going to, I did actually have a ribbon punch, but I'm not quite sure where that is now actually. I'm just going to quickly ink this up, and I'm going to find some paper for it as well because So let's find a piece of paper for it. So we need a piece that measures, where are we here, that measures 4 3/4 by 2 3/4. What I'm going to do is maybe pop a little eyelet in there. Let's get this stuck on first. I think I might round the corner off as well at the bottom to match the top. So around these corners, and then I'll round the paper. I should have done that before I inked, but still, never mind. Okay, so let's get this stuck down. And we're just going to need a really small, let me get my eyelets out. We're going to need a tiny eyelet. Right, so I've secured the eyelet, and then I'm going to get some ribbon. I'm so annoyed now that that's not central. Never mind. Okay, so I've got my ribbon ready, so I'm going to attach this down. And what we need to do is just put some tape here. We need to make sure that you're not going to be able to see it. Okay, sorry guys, I'm knocking the camera. I do apologise. Okay, so that's lined up now, so that's where we want it. Again, I'm just going to take these pieces away and oh, it's moved. Let's straighten it up. And now you should have a working waterfall. Okay, so I want to get some ribbon in there. So I'm just going to snip a piece off. This is probably way too big, but and then just pull out the waterfall. And then just push it through. I've doubled it up so I can loop it. And loop it through and give it a pull. So we're going to cut this off and make it look much tidier, like that. So we've got a little ribbon pull bit. Tighten that up a bit. That looks cool. So I'm going to now stick all the little bits and pieces on. So I'll put this Alice on the top, I think. So I've got two pictures of Alice, so put one on the top and one on the bottom. Okay, then the next one we'll have the Hatter. Short of Alice, the Hatter's my favourite character, and then I think it's probably Absalom, I think. Then oh, I don't know, there's just too many to choose from then. Probably the rabbit then. The Hatter is my favourite after Alice. If you've got a favourite, do let me know. I'd love to know what your favourite is, what favourite character is. I love the, I didn't think I'd like it, but I love the Tim Burton versions, the films with Johnny Depp. I didn't think I'd like them really, but I really do. I do watch them quite often actually. Especially if I'm having a bad day, it tends to cheer me up. I just love the colours and the way they put everything together. Okie dokie. So, that is the first part to page 4. I love how that's turned out. I'm just annoyed that that's off the centre. I should have measured it, but you know, I'm always my own worst critic, I guess. So yeah. Oh, I really like how this turned out. So the next thing we're going to do is the back side of page 4. So I'm just going to finish getting everything ready and then I'll be right back. Okie dokie, so the back of page 4, we're going to have a double flap page with a pocket. So we're not going to stick our base on yet. First of all, we're going to work on the first flip because I'm going to attach that in one of the gaps here. Okay, so this is our first flap here, and I'm going to actually attach that to the inside there. So remember, this is going to be the spine of our album, and this is going to be the that'll be the spine, so that'll be the insert. So I've already got the tape on. So this large flap measures 5 3/4 by 5 3/4, and I've just scored it at 1/2 inch on one of the sides and put my score tape on the inside. Okay, and then the mats for those are 5.5 by 5. Okay, so I'm actually just going to stick this first flap in. So I just want to try and get it centered and stick before the score, otherwise it won't fold. Okay, and I think I'm going to have to put a magnet on this page somehow to hold that down, because I'm going to put a pocket in there as well. I actually have an idea. Got this little wooden heart that I might use as a closure with a magnet. So I'll get all the other pieces done first and then I'll do that closure. I'm going to ink that little heart up though before I forget, because yeah, we have to get it to go with everything to make it look quite vintage looking. Okay, so that's the first flap on, like so. And the second flap is actually a cut apart that I found online when I put in my search for free Alice printables. So this is going to actually get stuck on the inside of the page here. So then what you'll have is that flap, and then you'll have another flap and then a pocket. Okay, so what I did when I cut this out, excuse me, I printed 4 on a sheet, and then I left 1/2 inch of white on one side so I can create a flap for that. Okay, so I'm going to stick that in again, try and center it. And let's hope for the best. So yeah, those two close. So now we can put no, we need to work out the magnet first because I need to cover this. So let's work out how we're going to do the magnet. So let me put my paper on here first. So I'll do that first because I've got to stick half of it down to there, half of the heart I meant. And I just might as well stick on the inside piece as well. Okay, so yeah, we need to put a magnet on that half. I'm actually just hoping that it will stick with the pocket in there. Oh, it should do, because the bulk is at the bottom and not the top. So okay, so let's do that then. Let's get rid of all my bits of score tape. I might have it a little bit further down, to be honest, so it keeps the whole thing down. Okay, so get the magnets again, and a couple of mini ones. Keep them far apart as usual. Okay, I need to put score tape on this side of the heart, because that's where, oh my goodness, I'm so sorry guys, knocking that camera. And then I need to put a little bit, I actually don't really have any mini glue dots, I've only got quite big glue dots. If I had mini ones it would have been easier, but never mind, we'll go with what we've got. And we'll stick that down to there. That doesn't want to stick for some reason. Let's get another piece. Okay. Well, that's no good, because that doesn't want to stick either, and it might be because I've got ink on it, but I'm not sure. Oh no, that really doesn't want to stick. Right, we're going to have to do a bit of that and a bit of glue as well, I think. Okay, so let's get one of the magnets and stick it down. I think I'm going to have to put glue on this as well. And it's sort of on half. And have that other one stuck down there. So we'll see how this bit goes. This bit shouldn't be a problem to stick down actually. This is stuck to the magnet itself, not the actual heart. Oh no, the other one's come off. Oh. Right. Right, I don't want it to stick, but I just want to make sure that they're in the right place. Right. What can I put on there? I think I'm just going to leave it and hope that it's going to stick. If not, we'll have to come up with another idea, but for now we're going to stick our main piece on. This camera seems very close today, guys, does it? I'm trying to film with the camera sort of in front of me on a clip sort of tripod that clips to the desk. But it just seems like that you're very close today. I hope I'm getting everything in frame. Okay, now we're going to put the pocket on. Now the pocket measures, get my little sheet. The pocket measures 7 by 3.5, and then you score it at 1/2 inch on 3 sides, and then you put your tape on. And the mat for it is 5 3/4 by 2 3/4, and that gives you a nice border there. Okay, so I'm actually going to stick this on. I think that I don't think that magnet liked sticking because I inked it, and I'm not sure if it's because the ink was wet or what. I'm not sure, so we'll just have to wait and see if it works. Okay, so let's get this pocket on and line it up. See. Oh no, it doesn't work. Oh, it does. It's not very good though. I might have to it's just not very strong. It'll be okay. I have to think about it. Maybe there's something else I can do just to strengthen it a little bit. Yeah, so I'll think about it. So that is now page 3. That's come off again, isn't it? Page 3 and 4. So this was our double pocket page, and then our double flip page with our little envelope, and then we had our lovely waterfall piece, and then our double flips and our pocket there. Okay, so let me know, guys, do you prefer me doing 2 pages in one video? I know it makes the video really long, but it just, you know, it's entirely up to you how you guys want. I'll just go with the majority, whatever the majority want, because if you wanted me to do it this way, the next pages would be pages 5 and 6, and then the next video would be inserting the pages and showing you how I decorated the covers. Or I can do page 5 separate, page 6 separate, and then putting the pages in. It's entirely up to you, so let me know what you think and what you'd rather, and I'll just go with the majority, because we've got to do we've also got to do inserts, but the inserts will be easy. I'll just give you the measurements, and then you just cut and use your papers on the inserts there and do whatever you need to. I'm not decorating the inserts at all on this, but I am going to go through and add the tags and different bits of ephemera and charms and things like that throughout the album. So that will be after. That will be just before I actually put it in the album, I think, or it might be after, I'm not sure yet. So just let me know what you guys would rather, and yeah, I'll just go with whatever you guys pick. So thanks so much for watching. Please don't forget the giveaway that's happening. You must comment on every one of these videos that are focused around the Alice in Wonderland mini album, and I'll link the... Actually, I won't need to, because it's just the video that says shows you the ephemera that I use and a giveaway. So it's like 3 videos or 2 videos in front of this one. So yeah, you'll be able to find it easy enough, and it shows you the prizes that I'm giving away and how you can enter. So yes, thanks so much guys for watching. If you haven't subscribed and this is your first visit to me, then welcome. And if you really want to subscribe, just hit that button down there and then the little bell next to it, which will notify you of every time I upload a video. And I also have an email which I'll attach in the, or add in the description bar below. And yeah, if you would like to share anything that you've been making, please feel free to do it on my Facebook group, which is Little Spaceman Show and Tell, and I'll leave a link for that in the description bar as well. So thank you so much again guys, and I hope you're enjoying this series, and take care, and I'll be back very soon. Bye for now.